拿上达娜的文件。
Thank you. Thank you. I enjoyed your concert so much. Now I can retire fulfilled.
Glad to have been of service. I believe you have a file for me.
Of course, of course. Here it is. Dana Rose, just like you asked.
Thanks. At last! Dana's home address in 1937. A detached house, it seems. Number 20, Brücke del Nebel. The Bridge of Mists, huh?
Found what you were looking for?
I think so. Well, thank you. And goodbye.
No, thank you, Fraulein.
好了，去迷雾之桥又开启了一个新的地点，感觉上人好像多了。
Wow. Pity I don't have time for some sightseeing.
嗯，不是这边。这。迷雾之城，达娜的旧房子。
I say, this is a very unpleasant way of traveling, Kate Walker.
I know, Oscar. I promise I'll let you out as soon as possible, okay?
难怪叫迷雾之桥呢。刚走到这附近就感觉雾很大。
Okay, Oscar. Now we have to find Dana's old house.
Do you recall the number, Kate Walker?
According to her registration form from the Music Academy, it was number 20. The bridge is exactly the same as it was back in the 1930s. Except that it's cleaner. It looks almost new, as if it had been renovated.
这两边都能下来。然后我们有支线是寻找关于瓦根的最新消息，主线是找到罗兹的房子。13号，那边是15。我们先往这边走。因为刚才好像说是20几号。哎，完了，我想多了，走不过来。应该是16，我看墙上，对，16。
A book about Vaughan's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later.
那是不是可以拿走？
A book about Vaughan's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later. Wrong one.
Don't even think about it, Kate Walker. Haven't I already been damaged enough during your adventures?
最新消息？哪有什么最新消息？已经全部探索了。这是18。
So this is where Dana grew up. I wonder if she'd recognize the town of her childhood today. I think she would. That is, if she's still alive. The musical square looks like it's turned into a tourist trap, whereas in the Bridge District, it seems like time stood still. It's quite eerie, really. Like if the neighborhood were artificially frozen in time. There are lots of houses on this bridge. Oscar, any idea? Looks like the residents on the bridge are pretty mad at the town council.
号召瓦根的所有居民和零售商爱我们的迷雾之桥，无论外部内部。我们继下面签名的迷雾之桥福利会委员会在此抗议议会将瓦根变成博物馆小镇的政策。他们怎么能这么做？通过专门为外部翻修提供公共资金，以尽可能的吸引低成本连锁店，这项不公平的政策损害了迷雾之桥地区的业主、优质独立商店以及工匠和妇女的权益。我们大家为什么在乎？因为桥区业主不得不在不利于身心健康的条件下生活和工作。尽管我们一再呼吁发动一个涵盖室内翻修的更公平的资助计划，如果我们上议会继续执行他们不公平的政策，很快桥区就不会有居民了。除了漂亮的外墙、空心的外壳和卖廉价纪念品的商品店，这里什么都没有了。下一步怎么做？为了保持我们的社区精神，保护销售真正瓦根工艺的高质量独立商店，我们请求议会紧急发动一个室内翻修资助计划，将瓦根的利益放在首位。值得注意的是，之前唯一一笔用于桥区内部翻修的资金可追溯到2战后，那次是在瓦根解放期间大桥部分毁坏后匆忙进行的翻修。如今绝大数桥区建筑不适合人居住，加入我们的游说，是游说吗？加入我们的游说，为我们的历史桥梁建筑提供室内翻修资金。11月21日星期一上午10点，在镇议会聚集，保证我们的社区安全，让我们美丽的小镇充满活力。底下是一些委员会的会员，应该是安吉拉·西格尔是主席。其他的我看看有没有认识的。汉斯这个名字见过，好吧。抗议海报这是。
There are lots of houses on this bridge. Oscar, any idea where the Roses might have lived?
I suggest you cast an eye over the registration file that the rector of the Music Academy gave you.
"20 Bridge of Mists." Dana's address in the 30s.
20号，就是他。哎呀，但是不是故意耽误时间，主要是想把支线做了。
The house is somewhere on the bridge, so there's no point looking anywhere else.
22号就是咱们的右边，但是先下去。
In loving memory of all those who lost their lives that terrible night. Some of the names are covered up with dirt. How could I clean it? Impossible.
It won't work.
Better try something else.
风暴警告，致所有瓦根的居民，预计今晚和夜间镇，本镇将有一场 强烈风暴来袭，镇政府建议所有人紧闭门窗，待在家里，取消或推迟外出计划。镇政法令禁止所有文化和户外活动，特别是在多姆布雷河和周围山区。此法令24小时有效，并可延长。
Protests in the neighborhood and a big storm coming tonight. I sure wouldn't want to be in the mayor's shoes right now. Anyway, I'd better focus back on Dana.
太好了，每次完成之前我都很高兴。这就是20号。
Souvenirs here look more upmarket than the ones I've seen elsewhere. There's number 20. Dana's old house.
Guten Tag, Fräulein.
这音乐都变诡异了。
All our gifts are handmade by craftsmen in Vagen.
任务是先跟他说话，那我们不理他，先探索一番。
Made in Vagen. More gifts. I would have preferred it to still be full of paintings, I think.
On holiday in the region, Fräulein?
Just passing through.
Well, welcome to my little gift shop. Frau Heigl at your service. I noticed you were looking at a souvenir, Fräulein.
Yes, you have a wonderful choice here, Frau Heigl. Your shop is beautiful.
Thank you. All our souvenirs here are pieces of craftsmanship, as we like to say. All by local craftsmen. Do you wish to buy the souvenir, Fräulein?
Well, I'm actually looking for someone, not something. Someone who used to live in this house, and I was wondering if you could help.
Well, there were quite a few owners before I bought the shop last autumn, so I can't really...
So her name was Dana Rose. She lived here before the war. I was hoping to find some kind of trace of her here, so I could continue my search.
I see. Well, I have heard of the Roses, but I can't say if there's anything left of them inside the house.
But don't you live here?
No, my husband and I live in the suburbs. You see, the bridge was sacked just before the war, during the pogrom against the Vagrants. Oh, truly awful events. And then the neighbourhood was bombed, just after the war during the liberation. And many of the houses were damaged, including this one. They were hastily renovated after the war, but they remain mostly derelict.
大屠杀和破坏。
You mentioned a pogrom against this neighborhood's vagrant community. Can you tell me more?
As much as anyone who knows anything about Vagen, I guess. It happened in 1938, if I recall correctly. A few months after Austria and Ostertal were annexed by the Brown Shadow.
What happened?
Well, the Brown Shadow organised riots against Vagrants on false pretexts. It led to pogroms throughout all the annexed countries, including this house.
Were the Roses home when it all happened?
Like I said, Fraulein, I don't know, but I hope not.
Well, it doesn't look like the house was damaged from what I can see. Your shop is charming, and so is the rest of the district.
Thank you. That's because after the initial renovation, the council financed major rehabilitation work on the facades. But if the truth be told, they left the proprietors to foot the bill for our interiors. That's why my husband and I had to spend all our savings so that the shop interior shows the same high standard that we demand of our suppliers.
That's a shame.
Yes, and if the council persists in refusing to help fund the renovation works, there won't be any residents left on the bridge, let alone independent quality stores like mine. There'll be nothing left but bland franchise stores, like the one further along the bridge or on the musical square.
So between the pogrom, the bombing, and the whole house being renovated, there's little chance of me finding any trace of the roses.
It's not quite like that. To be honest, we didn't have the funds to renovate the rest of the house, so we used the upper floors for storing.
Really?
And now that you mention it, I do recall coming across old photographs from before the war, here and there in the house. The successive owners didn't want to throw them out, and I suppose they must have left them there.
Would you mind if I went upstairs to take a look? Unless you would kindly bring the photos down yourself.
Well, I can hardly leave the shop unattended while I go... I don't even know you, Fräulein.
I see. In that case, would you mind if I had a look upstairs myself?
Don't take it personally, Fräulein, but I don't know you enough to trust you. I'm very sorry. Now, if you'll excuse me, Fräulein, I have a customer.
I conjecture that you were inefficient in trying to persuade the shopkeeper, Kate Walker. How are you going to access the upper floors now?
I don't know, Oscar. By getting creative, I guess.
I conclude I can trust you on that score, Kate Walker?
难道得出去吗？我觉得这家店主的反应是正常的。想办法从旁边看一眼。那是旁边不是有楼梯吗？可是就是不知道怎么上去。不让走。
Can't leave now. There are still things to do here. It's no longer an art gallery at any rate. Looks like it's been turned into another shop for tourists.
哎，那边有个脚手架。哦，但是过不去。
If I could manage to draw Frau Heigl this way, I'd be able to get through the service door and to the staircase without her noticing. But how?
我只能使用奥斯卡。哎，或者音乐盒。
That doesn't work.
Kate Walker, are you intentionally trying to damage me?
No, I don't think so.
哦，都不行。
All our gifts are handmade by craftsmen in Vagen. Made in Vagen. More gifts. I would have preferred it to still be full of paintings, I think.
"直接进肯定不行。
Excuse me, I must just serve the gentleman.
A book about Vagen's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later.
Must have got it wrong.
I am sorry.
No.
One thing's for sure, this souvenir wasn't made in Vagen. Whoa! That's one shrill version of the Hymn of Vagen. One thing's for sure, this souvenir wasn't made in Vagen.
"这个能不能放在他那儿吸引他的注意力？"对。
What's that awful noise? Excuse me, sir.
这也太夸张了。
Ah, there it is. How awful. That certainly doesn't belong in my shop. We don't sell such cheap and tacky items.
可是他怎么出来呢？我的天！
Great. I don't think Frau Heigl's noticed a thing.
Why don't you try to locate Dana Rose's room, Kate Walker? Then you can look for more clues about her.
Good idea. Let's just hope Frau Heigl won't come up.
1945年是吧？
This photo shows the house partially destroyed. Must have been taken after the bombing that preceded the liberation of Vagan. This is where Frau Heigl must take her breaks. In remembrance of the eternal bond between the Roses and the Zimmers. Signed, Adam Z. It's dark in here. Hardly surprising with those windows boarded up. More stock for the shop.
哦，我们从这儿进的。去，还能上？一会儿再上。
Nothing of interest in here. Nothing of interest in here. A double bed, plenty of space. Must have been Dana's parents' bedroom. So where's Dana's room then? The number of rooms don't add up.
Oh, 下面是
Just what I needed.
下面是，但是怎么下去呢？
A family portrait. That must be Dana with her parents. A family portrait. That must be Dana with her parents. A family portrait. That must be Dana with her parents.
先去阁楼。
It's been bricked up. Most likely during the post-war renovation works Frau Heigl spoke of.
哦，上不去了。
according to the light and the clock behind Dana, her room must face north. Huh. The bedroom in the background of the portrait must be located in the attic. That's it, Oscar. I think I know where Dana's room is.
Enlighten me, Kate Walker.
Well, one of the photos shows a bedroom that's not on the second floor, right? And we know that the staircase was bricked up during the renovation and led to another floor. So that's got to be where we'll find Dana's missing bedroom.
It seems plausible, indeed.
It does. And if we're lucky, the room might be pretty much like Dana left it all those years ago, and potentially with clues to put us back on our track. I've just got to find a way to get to that third floor bedroom.
Seeing as you failed to create a positive bond with Frau Hegel, the next rational step would be to take a look outside the building, Kate Walker.
You're right, Oscar. Let's go and see.
因为店主把阁楼的墙砌起来了，所以我们只能从外面进。当然，刚才奥斯卡也是这么说的，只是我们现在出去还方便不方便就不知道了。因为毕竟是把店主吸引过去才上来的，这样我们出去会不会撞个对联也不清楚。能不能从窗户走？不行，外面好像是水，但是出去很危险。简直神了！太夸张了！
Oscar, I need your opinion on this.
Ah, that's better.
Looks like that fire escape staircase serves every floor of the house.
That is correct, Kate Walker. Perhaps you should find a way to use it.
So what do you think, Oscar?
I think I would have liked a body with longer front legs.
I was talking about the window up there. Must be Dana's room, right?
Oh, of course. There
The ladder to the first floor is up. It's too high for me to pull down. drain pipe leads to a ledge that leads to the staircase.
According to my calculations, the drain pipe will not hold you, Kate Walker. And even if you were lighter, the ledge is too narrow for you to stand on.
Hey,
肯定是
are
让
you
你
trying
上
to
去
tell
的。
me something, Oscar?
Yes, you are too heavy and too wide, Kate Walker, for the ledge.
Gee, thanks, Oscar. So basically, it's not going to be easy to use the staircase to get to Dana's room.
There is no other way. Access is denied from inside the first and second floors, and the third floor stairwell is bricked up. The fire escape staircase is the only possibility, Kate Walker. But you cannot climb up the drain pipe because of your weight and size.
I heard you the first time, thanks.
You are welcome, Kate Walker. So, the only way up is by the fire escape staircase, and that means lowering the ladder from the first floor.
Well, in that case, there's only one solution. As you're so light and slim, Oscar, you'll have to climb up the drain pipe and walk across the ledge for me. Then you just need to activate the mechanism to lower the steps so that heavy me can take the staircase route.
I was not made to climb up drain pipes, Kate Walker. I am a precision-made automaton.
Come on, Oscar. You saved the day more than once at Baranor. It must be second nature by now.
But how can I lower myself to scurrying like a rat?
Because you're a fine fellow and my faithful friend?
Kate Walker, help! I believe I am stuck here.
Stay calm, Oscar. I'm coming.
Climbing like a common squirrel. This is a disgrace.
Everything okay up there?
Yes, Kate Walker. I just need to... Ah!
Hang on tight, Oscar.
Oh, I am Kate Walker. Believe me, I am.
You gotta jump now, Oscar. Hurry! Well done, Oscar. Glad that you're safe and sound.
I guess that's one way of putting it, Kate Walker.
I'm also glad you haven't lost your positive attitude.
Phew. That useless body. Now I must find another way. And climbing up all over again.
Be careful there, Oscar.
哇哦，玩 VR 了，我天！哎呦，
Oh dear, that can't be good. Oh dear. Now, Miss Pigeon. Madam Pigeon, then. I beg your pardon. Now, Madam Pigeon, would you be so kind as to make way? I guess I'm going to need help here. Kate Walker!
How am I supposed to get rid of that pigeon? I can't throw it at the pigeon, but maybe I can use it some other way.
扔这边吧。
Kate Walker!
Sorry, Oscar.
Made our point, I guess.
砍的还挺准啊。
Now, maybe this body will be useful in the end.
它是滚下去的吧？ 够不着啊！哦，可以。哇，无敌了！
Locked, of course.
No, I don't think so.
Kate Walker, if I were meant to be used as a cannonball, I would have been given a fuse. This is highly irregular.
Tuck your head in, Oscar. 1,
If Hans Vorarlberg could see me now,
2,
how...
3.
Undignified! Oh my. Oh my. Really? Is this any way to treat an intelligent automaton? Really, if Mr. Vorarlberg could see me now...
He would say, "You've saved the day again, Oscar. You've exceeded all expectations by far." Okay, let's try and find out what became of Dana after she left. A part's missing. It's from the Music Academy. Music symbols, but they don't seem related to the diploma.
这是密码吧？
The room was
这就是合
ransacked
影会的
and
标志。
pillaged during a pogrom of the Brown Shadow, I guess. God, I hope Dana was away that day. There's something underneath. Can't reach it. Can't be that heavy. That's better.
现在仔细来想，红塔对我的影响比我想象的要大。按照他的建议，我现在开始记录一些事情，给自己作为备忘。这边有一个箱子。
It's blocking it. It won't open. I'm pretty sure I've collected all the clues I could in the room, though. I should take a look at the documents and items in my diary. Music symbols, but they don't seem related to the diploma.
这是低音谱号，然后第二个是什么？弯曲月亮个1/4音符。这个，哎。
It won't open. I'm pretty sure I've collected all the clues I could in the room, though. I should take a look at the documents and items in my diary. It won't open. I'm pretty sure I've collected all the clues I could in the room, though. I should take a look at the documents and items in my diary.
这个看不清了，这是一个带竖道的。 这个吧，这个
It won't open, and yet I'm pretty sure the combination of symbols is right. There must be something else to set with the wheels.
哎，这回对了。哦，原来如此。
It's blocking it.
Thing's stuck.
This was written not long after her time at the refuge. A letter from Leon. So he did write back to Dana after the expedition left Kantar, the capital of Baltayar. The High Plateau of Baltayar, October 25th, 1937. My darling Edelweiss.
I hate myself for not sending you news more often, and for not being able to receive news of you. I find myself now where probably no other modern-day human has ever ventured before. I regret to inform you that I won't be able to go back to Europe with my fellow survivors.